Alright, how you guys doing today? I'm back. We're going to talk about what we're doing. The next big project for beekeeping is I'm getting back into the beekeeping thing again. So the Beehooligan is back. Yay! I've got a project that I'm going to work on for next spring. Um, I got 3 hives I'm going to put together for my personal apiary. That's what I'm going to focus on. One is going to be a standard 8 frame Langstroth style. But the other two are going to be like a long lang, so it'll be like a long uh, top bar hive, except it'll be based on Langstroth frames, so it'll be more rectangular to hold Langstroth frames in, but it'll be long like a top bar type hive, trough style almost, but frame size in them. That's going to be the next big project, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to build those 2 hives out of pallet wood. So we're going to actually, I've got pallets that I've been stocking up, and I've got an access to even more. We're going to use pallet wood because what I want to do is I want to test out the Warray design for building hives. Now, Warray was concerned about proper insulation in a hive. Even back then, a board, your 3/4 inch board, was actually 3/4 inches, but still really not thick enough, because when you consider where bees live, typically they live within spaces that are surrounded or have walls, like in a tree, in a void space in a tree, or even in a house, where you have thicknesses of at least an inch to inch and a half thick. When he designed his hive, he was designing it based on that potential as well as available materials, which at that point in time was crating wood. So you're talking about really thin, half-inch maybe size wood, 3/8 inch, 1/4 inch type sizes, and he would kind of sandwich them together, you know, like like that. So you had 2 boards pressed together, and that made a thicker board, and the air in between, of course, made for better insulation, which helps the bees don't work as hard to maintain the environment in the hive, because the boards the hive made of uh, adequately supported that. So, and in keeping with my own philosophy in beekeeping, that's the idea. Is the beekeeper's job is to make it so that the bees can do what they do naturally, instead of having to work harder at environmental controls that aren't necessary. I mean, if they've got a good, well insulated hive that does that for them, that's less work they have to do, more energy and resources they can put to focus on making honey and having a quality health of the colony. So I'm going to do 2 or 3 board thickness, I'm thinking, but we'll see how that goes, depending on how it gets put together as I decide. Um, it's going to be an interesting project. Um, Also, going forward, I'm gonna heavily do a lot of pictures. I'm gonna do a lot of these little videos as I'm building it, putting it together. I'm gonna talk about the design. I'm gonna talk about bee biology and bee behavior, natural bee behaviors, the influences to why I'm building it, the design the way I am, because of how those influences, again, you know, how what I'm doing supports better health, and to support that positive activity that they naturally need or do. And then I'm also going to talk about the tools. We're going to talk about the equipment, the materials, methodologies for building them. I'm going to talk about somewhere else, maybe, I don't know, not in, other videos, whatever, kind of sort of separate, but not. I might even get into the kind of equipment, support equipment, like feeders and hive tools, and doing like some reviews and discussion of those things as they fit into the use and using, those hives, um, all as part of a total system. So I'm going to try and cover a lot of that, but all of it is I'm not getting back into the big projects anymore. I'm kind of done with that. Education, organizational stuff. I'm just done. So it's just going to be me enjoying playing with bees and doing it according to all the things that I've tried to put into practice over the years, and having some fun with it. And maybe you can have some fun with me while I put all that together, and then get bees into them next spring, and we'll go from there. So stick with me. Got any questions, comments, whatever? Just want to chat bee stuff or building stuff, equipment stuff, questions, comments? Feel free, post on it, and we'll see where it all goes from there.